So, hi everyone, welcome back to Data Science in Your Pocket. And today we are discussing a very interesting release on Hugging Face, that is Jan-Nano, which is a deep research LLM. It is one of the first of its kind and a very interesting release of just 4 billion parameters. It is quite small and it is first LLM that can do deep research. So if you don't know what is deep research, you might have seen this option on OpenAI, which can browse through the internet, use other tools to generate a deeply detailed research on any topic. So it's one of the key features of OpenAI. Also, Gemini also provided, but this is on cloud and this is not a feature of a model. But now Gen Nano is trained specifically for complex research, and you can use this small model for doing any sort of research locally without spending a penny. So this is a very important release, and before we jump onto its technical details and an experiment, I would highly suggest you to check this out. So talking about what is Gen Nano, it is a compact 4 billion parameter model built on top of Qwen 3 4 billion architecture. So it is using Qwen 3 as base. And you look into the model size comparison, it is just nothing compared to DeepSeek V3 or GPT-4 or GPT 3.5. And surprisingly, once I will show you the benchmarks, it is able to beat these models. Designed for deep research, advanced information retrieval, complex reasoning capabilities, data analysis and synthesis, specialized knowledge access. So this is especially for deep research, and if you are using it for basic tasks, it won't be giving you the best answers, but for any sort of detailed research, it's the best model right now. And I get only model specific for deep research. Outperforming giants, this is the most important part. So talking about its performance on MCP, model context protocol, you can see that it is able to beat out GPT 3.5, DeepSeek V3 and GPT 4 also. And just look at the sizes of these models. Jan Nano is just 4 billion, while 3.5 is 175 billion, V3 is 671, and GPT-4 is 1500 billion parameters. It's just humongous. And still, Jan Nano is able to outperform them on MCP related tasks and on deep research. Under the hood, as mentioned, it is using Qwen 3 4 billion and using a technique called as DAPO fine tuning over Qwen 3. I'm not jumping into the technical details much, but just to give you a brief about the model. It is quite energy efficient, also optimized for running on consumer hardware as well. Real time web search, as mentioned, it is specialized for deep research. Hence, one of the key ingredients is internet search, which it is just amazing on live internet access, up to date information, relevant filtering, and data synthesis. Menlo Research innovating AI. So the team is Menlo Research, and they have released multiple things. One is Jan, user friendly interface for running local AI models. It is very much similar to Olama, or you can even remember LM Studio. Jan is specific to Jan Nano, so you can run Jan Nano on Jan. And they've also released Cortex, an advanced neural processing framework for AI applications. The future is nano. Obviously, yes, we all know it because we don't have infinite number of GPUs and running. And slowly, you might be noticing that companies are focusing more on the size of the LLMs also. So now running advanced AI models on consumer hardware is quite easy. And Jan Nano, you should obviously try it out. So next, we would be testing out Jan Nano on Hugging Face. So now as you can see on my screen, I am using Menlo Jan-Nano, which is freely hosted on Hugging Face Spaces also. So here you can see that we will be testing out its deep research capabilities, and let's ask it some questions. What were the main causes of World War One? Let's see what it outputs. So here you can see that it has started thinking, and let me start by recalling the major points. It would be also browsing the internet at the back and just look at the detail of the answer. So reasoning models and deep research models are a little different. Deep research models would be using the internet also quite frequently to fetch the information. As you can see, it is able to think and it is now able to extract the information also. So this is how the reference inferencing of Jan-Nano would look like. To try it out for your deep research task also and see its performance. As you can see, it's still outputting, and do remember that the model size is just 4 billion parameters. So this is nothing, and you should be able to easily run this model in your local system also with a minimal GPU. Thank you so much. I hope you try out Jan Nano and let me know in the comment sections.